Hello and welcome to our vlog episode talking about our most recent project and probably one of our last client projects for a little while.
Yeah.
So my college friend Roxanne reached out to me probably a year or so ago on Facebook and was like, you have to come to Columbus and redo my basement. At the time we were in New York City and we were like, I don't know if it's going to be financially worth it for us to come out.
Sorry, not sorry.
Well, we just wanted her to spend money on something that wasn't necessary. But anyway, when we were in Columbus visiting Nick's best friend, we started shopping for property, and as you all know, one thing led to another, and we bought a fourplex here in Columbus, Ohio. And as soon as Roxanne heard that, our dog is chasing his tail.
I really want you guys to see Hero chasing his tail right now because it's amazing.
She reached out to me, she's like, I know you're going to be in Columbus and I still have my basement that I want done. I want you to come bid on it. So we did, and we got the job, and we wanted to share it with you real quick.
Yeah, it's actually, I think the funniest thing about the project is it was a basement, so I'm thinking super easy, not a problem. It turns out that we were typically renovating spaces that were 800-900 square feet as an entire apartment in New York City.
Right. Bedroom, kitchen, living room.
And her basement was 800 square feet. So and that was just the space we finished.
Right.
So essentially we were doing a full apartment renovation in our
world.
Yeah.
Hero's freaking out.
Hero, relax, dude. Relax. You want to be in here?
This is why I need a
Here.
GoPro, so I
Okay.
can have a camera right here
All
and you
right.
can see Hero.
All right, here we go. You're in the video now, okay? You're gonna calm down. Holy smokes! All right, so big space, but pretty much straightforward. Framing and drywall and all that's not a problem. One thing that we ran into was the soffit calculation. So there's lots of plumbing that were below the joists, electrical lines that were just out that we had to kind of rerun. We had our electrician come in, rewire everything after I framed. And for either the DIY or even if you have a contractor come in, you have to think ahead of time when you're doing the soffits, because otherwise you'll have these weird patterns on your ceiling, and if you put some thought into it, it
Right.
could make more sense visually when it's done. You have to be able to see it ahead of time. Sure.
Right.
So you just don't want to notch around every single pipe as
Right.
if there's, notch and notch, and now you have all these, I guess we can call them teeth, that are sticking out of your ceiling. You want to start planning ahead, and you want to encompass multiple runs together and kind of make, if you only need to come out from this beam, 18 inches, but this is 22 inches, just make them both 22 so it's uniform.
We also had some fun with height.
And rather than have a whole bunch of different steps and levels, if you can make it as uniform as possible, it's a little less intense. Plumber came in for the wet bar.
It was a wet bar. She really wanted to go budget, so she got some nice looking cabinets that, they didn't have the soft close and, they weren't super thick, but they looked really good.
And they were very affordable.
Super affordable. And then talk about the countertop.
So the countertop we used in the wet bar was just a laminate countertop that we picked up at a local supply store here for $117. And it included the adhesive and was easy to cut down to size and add or sink.
And actually looked good. A lot of these products are catching up with, back in the day you could tell it was super chintzy and cheap, and I think now...
No, the stuff looked like marble, essentially. I mean, if you touch it, you can tell.
Sure.
But if you're on a budget, and it's a basement...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the third thing was...
the luxury vinyl flooring.
The client and I went to Floor and Decor, which we did not have in New York City, and I'm now a big fan. We found this product. It's called New Core, and I'll send you the video to that because I don't want to go too much into it here. But the cool thing about it and what you want to look for in luxury vinyl flooring, other than if you can get waterproof, that's great. But you could see, I would call it, a grout line between the planks of wood. So it looked more like real wood than any other luxury vinyl flooring I've seen.
Yeah, everything's tongue and groove, and essentially it's not cold to the touch, or it's pretty awesome product. I'll definitely use it again. She spent like $4,000 or $5,000 in materials.
Yeah, and then our labor was about 10 grand when it was all said and done. So a pretty big basement renovation for what?
15 grand.
15 grand.
Done.
is pretty good, and now they're gonna have endless Sundays cheering on the Bengals.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty awesome entertainment space down there.
Yeah, so that's all. So real quick too, what I meant by this might be our last client for a while is now we're at the fourplex. We're here right now as we speak, and we've always been self-employed, but now we're even our own client. And I wake up every day really scared because it's like there's no paycheck coming in.
Because she sees my face when she opens her eyes.
No, you know what I mean? Like, no one's paying us yet. I don't know. It's a different living, but it's our dream come true.
Yeah.
So we're going to hopefully have a lot of content coming up on how we're going to transform this place. Right now, we're working on getting one of the unrenovated spaces into a Airbnb.
Temporary before we do a full gut renovation.
We just cleaned it. We're updating the electrical. We're gonna have all new furnishings, but the space itself will be older.
Right.
But that way we can have some cash flow while we tackle one of the other apartments. So more on that soon.
Bye.
Bye.